Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the treehouse. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. I'm feeling very tired, so I'm wondering if anyone else is kind of feeling that way today. If that's like a normal thing. But that's why we put our title. I'm also setting up my desktop a little bit different because I'm hoping that'll help us keep track of things a little bit better. I also had some ideas for what we can execute in our painting. And I also got an idea for our other painting as well. So like our dolphin painting. I had an idea about that one too, which I think would be nice. I think we might need more. We can ask the color wheel. I'm leaning towards blue, but I think we need another color in here, like more of a different color. Because I want to put on another layer, I think final layer with this painting. And then I think we might move on to our other canvases after that. So we'll cross our fingers. I'm gonna scoot our chair over because it feels like I'm covering the same part of the stream. I think this should help if I sit over here. Yeah, that looks more normal. Hey Rob, hey Forest Fairy. Welcome back, guys. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm wearing crazy bright socks today. Water, welcome in, dear. 4 months straight. It's hard to believe, honestly, to tell you the truth. It's been 4 months. That's crazy. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back in. So I think we're gonna put like a light. It's gonna be interesting because I need a color underneath this color that I'm gonna put in, but I'm trying to decide what that color should be. Hey, Hype. We can get the room for you. You think it should be red? Oh, really? I know, we will roll the color wheel, Rob. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what one it's gonna be. Hey, Boat Times. Hi, sweetie, welcome in. Please. I mean, really focus on red. Just really focus on it, and maybe you can manipulate the, maybe you can manipulate the color wheel. Hey, Stiggy Manta, welcome in, dear. Hi everybody, how are we feeling? How are we doing? We'll do the color wheel. I'm gonna do this room pull and then we'll do the color wheel. Alright, so we want to draw the best room for Mikaipa. This one I think is reversed, but it's okay. We'll go over it. Yeah, the painting is kind of hectic. It's got it's got light orbs. It's got flames. It's got flaming butterflies. It's got little purple portals. Hey, George. Hey, Danger. Welcome in, dear. It's got like a water creature elemental, and then it also has like this black spider in there with electricity, like white. Oh, sorry. Let me turn on the alerts. Thank you so much for the follow. You reminded me to turn down my alerts when we're on ASMR. Hey, Fallen, thank you so much. Welcome to the Treehouse, dear. Good to see me. It always feels like a minute, doesn't it? Yeah, hi, hon. Yes, these are watercolors, Stiggy. I layer my watercolors really well, so that's what these are. Highly layered watercolors. Like there's so many layers I can't even count how many layers of watercolor are on there. I'll show you the room. I think this is tier. I have to look it up, but it was backwards, so maybe you're not feeling very secure at the moment. Or very strong, kind of shaky. Let me look in the book though, because I can't remember all the meanings of the runes. They're just symbols. They don't speak to me the same way that pictures do. Hey, Andrea. Hi, dear. Welcome back. How are you feeling today? Is everybody else kind of super tired? I know Forest Fairy was saying she was busy. I did remember now that you said you got a new bed frame. That's pretty awesome. Lots of extra storage, I think. You're wide awake, are you, Blaze? Oh no, it's not tier. This is not tier. Okay, let's see what else this one is. Hey, Mariel. How am I doing today? I'm doing really well. I do feel kind of tired though today. I almost took a nap, Andrea. I did almost take a nap. I did. I don't know if it's because of the moon or what. Like, I've just been like zapped the last like 4 days maybe. This is actually Lagaz, this rune is. And it was in reverse. It was in reverse when I pulled it. So this is the rune of intuitive knowledge, and indicates you should follow your intuitions in regards to the question at hand. So maybe the rune is kind of saying that you weren't, you're not doing very well to listen to your intuition right now. Tap into me and I'll give you energy. Thank you so much, please. Who was that follow? Arton, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Hi. Thank you so much for your follow. Welcome, welcome. So maybe you're not really trusting on your intuition right now, or your intuition is going against maybe something that you really desire. Like you really, really want something, but your intuition is saying no. Or not right now, and you're kind of fighting that a little bit. I'll go and read more into the book for you. So this can talk about being misled by your intuition. That shows that you will be, or you have already been misled by your intuition into tackling something for which you have you don't have the skill set to kind of accomplish. This rune is a temptation to do the wrong thing or take the easy way out, which could only lead to trouble. This rune does say and speak against kind of thinking that you should just wait and see what happens. This is kind of saying you should take action immediately to remove yourself from any situation that's not working for you. Dude, were you asking in regards to a female? What a rude rune. Please. It's kind of, well, when it's reversed, it's very, it shows the more cautionary aspects. If this was a question in regards to a woman, it does say that the woman could bring some trouble into your life. There is an air of backstabbing on the part of a female, or I guess it could also be a male. It could be in regards to disloyalty. 100% correct. Women evil confirmed. Oh gosh. Yeah. Miss Umbra, welcome in, dear. So I would be really cautious right now in regards to your question. Make sure that the situation that you're in is working for you. If you're kind of waiting things out to see how they turn, that rune is kind of saying like accept things for as they are and what they are, and any situations that are not working for you, you should take a step back from and try to remove yourself. That's what that rune's kind of saying. Trust what your intuition is trying to tell you right now. They do have spreads, Blaze, yeah. I could do a reading from runes. I generally just do one rune pulls, because the runes don't really talk to me in the same way that like cards do. So I just do one rune draws, and then I kind of just read the general energy. But that's why it's one of the lesser points for channel points. So hopefully that was, I mean, it's not the greatest message, but hopefully it gave some insight. Yeah, you can lay them out. Hey, Pete. Welcome in, dear. Are you guys ready to do the color wheel? Let's do the color wheel. Let's ask the fates what color we should put under our painting. We decided on red, says Blaze. Yes, of course. I forgot. Thank you so much, Blaze, for reminding me that we did that. Hey, Griswold. You guys are so funny. You're guessing cyan. Okay. You know what, Blaze? Danger, I almost picked cyan because this color's kind of back through here. We'll see what it says. Hey, Mikey. Welcome in, dear. Welcome back. Yeah, we're definitely staying safe, Mikey. I hope you are too, dear. It's time to party. Color wheel party. So y'all gotta throw your intentions on the color wheel, Griswold, is kind of how the color wheel works. But really I'm asking the fates. But you guys can test your will. So Blaze is voting for red. There's pink now. Yeah, everyone's kind of just throwing their intentions out. But I'm gonna ask the fates to pick the best color. I'm gonna put like a white on top of this color. So this color that we're rolling the wheel for is gonna be like the base coat the base layer of the next layer, which is going to be like white. Hey, Lepore, welcome back. So this one's going to be like a base layer, and then we'll lay white on top of it. So it's not going to be a featured color, but we still want to ask what they think would be best. So we're going to ask that the fates choose the best color for this base color wheel, and then roll the wheel. Are you guys ready? May the best color be chosen. May the best color be chosen. Oh fates, help us create this painting by choosing the correct color. Did anybody put orange? I don't think anybody picked orange. Blaze was close. It almost made it to red. Blaze, you just needed to put a little more energy into it. You almost made it. I was thinking any more in Spectrum. I said pink, but I really meant orange, of course, Sticky. Yeah, of course. I'm kind of not surprised by that because we do have orange at the bottom. So I'm kind of okay with that. What it probably means though is I was gonna put this spot here, so that still fits. I think I'll probably make it like a deeper orange though, just so I'm not doing it too much. Are we ready? What's really funny? Hey Finn, welcome in, hon. Welcome to the treehouse. What's really funny? It's my beverage I picked out for today to drink. It's orange. The color wheel picks my beverages quite a few times. It's done that a lot. Fire engine orange. Ooh. That's odd. You think so? For it to be choosing that color? It does happen though. It does happen. Like the last time I was wearing maroon, had a maroon drink, and the color wheel picked a maroon color. Wasn't that what happened? I can't remember. Andrea, thank you so much for your host, hon. Thank you, thank you. I think we will do a like kind of deep orange. I'm getting really close to finishing my secret commission piece. Really close. I still have a little bit to go, but I am closer, and I'm really excited to show it off. I showed it to my patrons because they pay for bonus content basically. It's one of their perks. They help support the stream, and because of how much they help, they get bonuses. So they've seen it, but I've sworn them to secrecy. I've sworn them to secrecy. But I'm really excited to show it off. After I'm done with it, I'm gonna send it to the person, and then once they get it, I can share it with you guys because it looks actually pretty cool. Hey French Hotel, welcome to the treehouse, dear. You swear I was on the auto host? That's right. Sometimes it's weird. No big deal. I wouldn't worry about it. Alright, so I'm just gonna do it. Is it big? It is kind of big. It's no bigger than this one though, in front of me. It's no bigger than this one. I will say that. This is intuitive surrealism is what I call it. Is the painting type that I call this. That's like the best way I can describe it. I'm sure anybody who's watched me paint for a while probably can maybe even agree to that that's an accurate way to describe it, perhaps. This one is more abstract, yeah. Yeah. You do like it? Yeah, it's interesting. You're a sucker for art, really? French. He can't tell you anything about a piece. That's alright. That's not a huge deal. It's all subjective anyway, right? You like surrealism. You studied Salvador Dali at school. Did you, Sticky? I like it. I like it. I always liked Dali. I thought he was a little... Heard some stories. Thought he was a little bit out there. But I always did like his unique perspective. And some of his work is very pretty. That's true, there's a little bit of an ethereal style. There's a crazy myth about Dali. I would like to hear the crazy myth about Dali. Can we hear it? Can we listen to it? Do you want to share? Summer says typically your paintings are more nature scenes with magical elements. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Very fluid, ethereal style, yeah. Yeah. This is the most non-nature themed, I guess. Hey! Salsara, welcome in, dear. You're very intrigued. I'm super intrigued too. You have us hooked, Danger. Share your knowledge. Tell us what you know. I like myths. Like a lot. How would you get into art? Like you can't draw anything really? I mean, you just get into it by trying it. I'm one of those people that think it's possible. Everyone can do it. It's just about being open to it. I'm gonna shut the door because I think Paintbrush is playing a game. And I don't want him to come through. So I'll get on my chair just for a second. What was it? The movie F is for Fate? I can't remember the whole thing, but something about a lady who passed by his window every day he fell in love with. He eventually let her inside and gave her a bunch of paintings. And she sold them off at an art auction. He confronted her and got very angry. He can't remember how it ended exactly. He asked to paint her. She said yes, but only if she keeps the paintings. So she sold them and he got upset. Oh man, that does suck. When he found out about the auction, he went to try and take them back. Oh, interesting. I've not heard of DMT art, no. Nope, nope. I have not. I'm assuming that's what you ingest or take while you make art. I don't take anything. This is all just natural. This is all natural. Yeah. Draw what they see. Interesting. Nope, I've never done that. I do kind of paint what comes to me though. Intuitive painting, I kind of just accept things as they are. I don't judge them. And then before you know it, things kind of change. I have to let this part dry a little bit. So I'm gonna let that dry because I don't want to go over too much because we'll undo our progress. And then we'll paint, like I said, we're gonna paint white over that as well. And then we'll see what kind of shows up after that, basically. Hey Shoddy, welcome to the treehouse, dear. So we're gonna bust out our, it's kind of a burnt orange color, is how it kind of turned out. Burnt orange. We're gonna grab our space dolphins. See how much more progress we can make with these. Alright. I'm gonna use a little bit of gray and black. Clearly this painting is much bigger than the other canvas. I'm gonna move this over so we can see a little bit different. You forgot to put lurk? That's okay, Mariel. That's right, dear. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna do basically like a dark gray. Is what I'm thinking. So I'm just mixing the colors on the palette right now. See what we can get. Going from there. Going from there. Oh, Mariel, thank you so much. Lots of love to you, dear. Lots of love to you. decided to not worry so much about a literal perspective on this painting. It's so late, Berg. I'm so sorry. It's okay though. Tomorrow's gonna be during the day, dear. You can come in during the day. Tomorrow. Oh, that might be better for you. Have I painted all my life, Stiggy? No, I haven't. No, I've done drawing my whole life. Painting is new. Painting is new. Richard Torres, hey, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Thank you so much for your follow. Yeah, painting is new. Oh, it's midnight for you? You poor dear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It does take a little time though. You could never make the jump from drawing to painting, really? I found painting to be a little more challenging and a little more freeing at the same time, if that makes sense. Like I felt like with drawing I had to be very particular, whereas with painting I have a little more wiggle room. Can I say that? That's kind of how it feels anyway. Is it cold? It is cold. Yeah, it was warm out, and then it started snowing again. So, it is cold, which is why I'm wearing my beanie and my sweater, because it did get cold again. It was nice and fairly warm, and then that changed. Sadly. Yeah, so that's why I'm wearing my beanie and I have my sweater and things like that. I don't know, it's just kind of the way the weather works in Michigan around this time of year. You never really know what the weather's gonna be like. But when as a person who works from home, you know, I can't also agree that now most every day is a cozy day. So maybe a little bit of both. You reactive your headings? And you put your wool blanket back into the bed, did you? Aw. Yeah, I have nice thick wool sheets too. Actually, I think the ones on the bed now are heavy cotton. They're like a really heavy cotton. was missing going outside because I had been going outside for a while to kind of just enjoy the sunshine and some of the nicer weather, and then it quickly turned to being very, very cold all over again. So took a break from going outside as much, and I've kind of been back to kind of being confined back into the house a bit. Which kind of stinks, but it happens. Do I paint with specific colors? Not really. Not really. Like, even what I'm doing right now is not very particular. Oh, you just realized I'm part of Lemmy's stream team? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lemmy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's been very helpful for us. And very supportive. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. He was making jokes on one of his, because he streams too, obviously, with his stream team. He was making jokes that in one of his streams that he was gonna, you know, kind of rip off lots of other streamers. And I think it was because he lit a fake candle in his room while he was gaming. And he's like, see, I'm creating ambiance for you guys, like atmosphere. And then I kind of made joke like, okay, well, you're just, before you know it, have enough candles and you'll be like me with all the fancy candle holders. And he thought that was pretty funny, so he's like, yep, I'm just gonna rip off of your stream, and I'm also gonna read tarot cards and things like that. He was making light of it. But he's been good. He's been good. Aw, Andrea, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you. Gadale? Welcome to the treehouse, dude. Thank you so much for your follow. A pondering question card, purple moon. Okay, dear, we can do that. We can do that. I think that'll be good to do here pretty soon, because there's a lot of wetness that we're gonna need to go in and move around, basically. Thank you for a calm environment. Thank you, Andrea. I'm glad you can take something away from it. I am very glad. Even if it's not a super high energy stream, it's still, I feel it still has its place, right? I think so too, Sticky. Is that where you came from? Did you come from Lemmy's community on Twitch? I can't remember. I think I can't know if I remember how, or maybe you were in Paul's stream? I can't remember. But yeah, he's definitely one of those genuine people. His comedy makes him appear kind of harsh, but I think that's just because of the comedy itself and has nothing to do with like him necessarily as a person. But at the same time, I do think that's accurate representation. But yeah. Yeah, he is genuine for sure. I'm not doing a Q, Purple Moon, but you can still use your points, dear. You can still use your points. Hey, Camlin. Good evening. I'm doing good. I'm working on fixing my dolphin painting. It's kind of a hot mess. I'm trying to get the shadowing down with my dolphins, but they have a lot of layers in them. So I'm trying to manipulate that so that it fits better. Oh, really? You came from Mystic? From the Mystic Village? Sticky? You gifted me a sub. Oh, did I? That's nice. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's interesting how the circles come around. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, that's making sense now. That's making sense now. Yeah, you would share comments that were extremely insightful and caring, which I appreciated. Yeah, the Mystic Village, which is Cosmic Unwind. Yeah, I remember. This looks really good. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think so. We're getting there. I am vegan, you too, yeah. So these are empowering question cards. So Purple Moon just used her channel points to redeem. These are kind of like mini guidance for the day, is what these cards are. So the cards will have a question on them, and it's meant to be like a mindset that you like take with you. So these cards are not going to provide answer to questions necessarily, although the insight we get sometimes from the questions fit whatever you're working on really well, which is kind of creepy sometimes. But these are kind of like, I need guidance. What kind of mindset should I focus on with resolving whatever issue I happen to ask about when I did the redemption, basically. So these are just empowering question cards, but we'll focus for a minute here. I do lots of different kinds of readings, but these are some of the more simple ones. Yeah, like a daily thing, yeah. These are technically supposed to be cards for writing or journal prompts. So like this one says, who am I? And so you would be meditating on who am I, and then journaling about who you are. Is kind of how the cards are intended to be used. We just happen to grab them and use them as like a form of guidance, like divination type guidance, which is kind of funny. These are called empowering questions. So we'll focus for Purple Moon. We'd like to draw one card from the deck for Purple Moon to offer them a mindset to walk away with for today, something they should reflect on for the day. That is what we're looking for. Hey, the French monster. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Ooh. This is a good one. This one is like a gratefulness practice for you, Purple Moon, which I think will help you right now. I think this card is going to help everybody right now. So this is, even though I'm drawing it for Purple Moon, this card has a message that's helpful for everybody. So this is focusing on gratefulness. This says, what kinds of good and beautiful things am I experiencing currently, is what I want to add to the card. Currently, in this moment. Currently, in this moment. What kinds of good and beautiful things am I experiencing in this moment? That's like the, that could also be taken as grounding practice, Purple Moon. It is a deep one, Blaze, yeah. Thank you, French. Thank you, French. You really want to stay. I know, you're sleepy. I know, you're sleepy, dear. You can go to sleep, hun. Barrick, we'll be back tomorrow at a much more reasonable time for you. How does this work? It's kind of like, it's not really, it's kind of like tarot, but not really. I'm an intuitive reader, so cards with pictures, I read in a much different way than I would read cards with like words or like runes, with runes that don't have any pictures at all. So I kind of, you have to pose a question with your need, basically, and then you redeem it, and I kind of just tune into you with the intention of giving you guidance on whatever it is you were asking about. A lot of the time, I don't even need to know what the question is. Like, you don't have to type it in chat. Sometimes, though, if I'm doing a full reading, I do ask for that. But, with most of the channel points, I don't. But I just gather information from the cards and use it to help guide you, basically. Sorry, the CD is very dirty. And then we'll listen to Celtic River after that, I think. But this is the Reiki CD. I think I'm gonna go in and soften a lot of this up. And darken it as we go. Yeah, either way. Hey, big baddie baby. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. So it works as life guidance item. Yes, it can. You can also use it for regular daily advice, too. And you can ask it for something very specific, like, I need help with, I feel tired every day. How can I help take care of that? You can do things as simple as that, or you can ask, I feel withdrawn from my purpose. Can I get guidance on how to get back and connect to my purpose again? So it really just depends. You can ask all different layers of types of questions. I'm just gonna undo most of this. Sorry, it's just too messy. It's too messy. I know we've done this a lot, but now I'm changing my process for it, so it's fine. necessary. Not necessary. Hey Demir, welcome to the treehouse. You're sorry if you're totally lost. Did I explain it okay? You can do lots of things. Like I had a private reading today that was specifically for love guidance, love life guidance, which is a pretty major thing. But it turned out to be kind of really focused on their life purpose, because this person wasn't looking for like a quick fling. They were looking for something way deeper than that, so it kind of correlated to their life purpose because of that. But I think if they would have had a different intention, obviously the reading would have been a bit different. Yeah, you're welcome. It can be pretty standard. Yeah, I've been having private readings almost once a day here recently, which has been actually quite a few. I never used to have that many requests. People would just request it on stream, but now I don't know if things are getting too personal, where people just like wanna do it like on their own. But either way, it's fine. Either way, it's fine. However you guys want to do it. That's what I should ask. Just pulling your leg. About love life? You could. Interesting. About love life? You could. Hey crazy bro dear, welcome in, huh? I was thinking about you earlier today, crazy bro. You know what I was thinking about? About you in specific, dear. I was sitting after meditation, and I was thinking to myself, what a kind and generous person you are. Because I was remembering the birthday gift that you sent to me and Paintbrush. I was thinking about that today, and I was just remembering how kind that was and how surprising it was. I was just appreciating you today. Just so you know. You can't even imagine the response about love life. You know, I think some people anticipate, like I think the person I read for today kind of wasn't anticipating any type of guidance, or I don't know how to explain it. I feel like they were really down on their luck, and they were really kind of negative about their love life, and so I think they were asking a little bit out of desperation, because they have wanted something for so long, but the cards ended up confirming how they were feeling, basically, and also kind of got a glimmer of hope for the future, which I think helped this person quite a lot, because I think they were tired. They were falling back a little bit on old thought patterns and habits, and you know, just trying to protect themselves a little bit, you know, like, well, I don't have it yet, so maybe I just don't deserve it. I should just let it go, and then once I let it go, it won't hurt me anymore, kind of feeling, if you guys can relate to that a little bit. is kind of what I got from the energy. But his reading actually ended up being really good. About the ghosts. It was just a symbolic gift. I thought it was nice. I thought it was nice. Yeah, a lot of us are guilty of that type of thinking. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And just know, guys, if you get a private reading from me, I might generalize because readings help everybody, but I'm not gonna ever say who it was. Like, it's private for a reason, but I'll be very general about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I got a private reading from XYZ and they did this, but I won't do that. It's funny that I first went to Botswana. I know. I forgot about that. It did. We were making jokes about it. People calling out the name Lady Lunastar. I bet you somebody out in Botswana heard the name Lady Lunastar and was like, you know what, that's a really good name. I'm gonna use that. That's hilarious. That's really hilarious. I like it. Yeah, I went out to Botswana first. How silly. How silly. It was pretty funny though. Who knows? I've thought about it a couple times. Better be general. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I decided it would be best to get a middle shade first and then go back in and darken things up as we see fit. Psychic, welcome in, dear. How are you today? We went to the store today, my boyfriend and I, to get some groceries, obviously. And I actually saw my grandparents at the store, which I don't usually see them. They usually stay at home way more than we do. So it was kind of interesting to see my grandparents. I hadn't seen them for a while. Like with my eyes. Hey, Peppermint. Welcome in, dear. Thank you so much for that read. How are you doing? Hopefully your stream went well. They are doing good. Yeah, they are doing good. They are doing good. Hey, Ivy. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. You look so cozy. I know. Yeah. I am cozy. It started snowing again today, so we're back to wearing beanies. Yeah. My grandma is she gave us some face masks, so now we have face masks. Where we hadn't been using them before. So we just didn't have any. Do I love the snow, you mean? Hey Jacob, welcome in, dear. I don't love snow. No, I I would not use love and snow in the same sentence together. Absolutely not. Nope. No, no, no. I despise snow. I don't like it at all. I would much rather live somewhere where it never snowed. But that's not where I live, so. It's 78 for you, Psychic? I'm jealous. I sound like you, Blaze. Are you in Michigan too, Blaze? Are you in Michigan too? You feel my pain, Blaze? You feel my pain, you know what I'm dealing with. I'm outraged by your response. As far as winter goes, and snow, you absolutely love snow. Well, don't you live somewhere warm, Sauce? I think you do. You live somewhere warm. So you don't have to experience it like 8 months out of the year. I laugh, but I really don't think I'm exaggerating either now that I think about it. I think it actually is 8 months out of the year. Hey Ixar, welcome in, dear. You're in Arizona? And Andrew is in Arizona. Oh, nice. You're in Massachusetts. So please, you deal with it a little bit longer than me. You think it was 80 earlier? Oh, that's not fair. I think Andrea just moved out there too. Andrea just moved out there. You live in the East Coast, not the island. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Because I was thinking you lived on the island. No big deal, though. No big deal. Yeah, it's always cold here. When it's warm, I get very excited. I'm like really excited about it when it's warm. You dread the summer? I guess I might dread it if it was like unbearable, but I don't know. If it's not 70 at least, then it's too cold. If it's not at least 70, then it's too cold. So I often feel like I would actually really like much warmer weather. But I have never actually lived somewhere where it's really warm a lot. You know, the only times I've ever really got to enjoy nicer weather was when I was like a kid on vacation or something. You know, we were on like spring break and we happened to be somewhere where it was warm. Like, yeah. It gets that bad, dang. To 30. Nice. Hey, Odie Rounds. Thank you so much. Welcome in, dear. Thank you. I've always kind of liked it being warmer. It doesn't start getting warm around here until sometimes the end of May. It might start getting warm. But at the same time, like last week, it was like randomly 70 degrees. So it's kind of like cook ducks like anything over 5 is roasting in Scotland. Yeah, it's kind of cold over there. It's kind of cold over there too. That's funny. And gray, right? And it's pretty gray over there too. I would like to go visit Scotland. It's got some nice history. I think I would like the scenery too. That's one place I've always wanted to go. We were making, you guys remember who was here on the last stream? When we were making kind of funny jokes about me being a traveling painter with Paintbrush Samurai. You guys remember that? That kind of like struck a chord for me. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, that would be actually really fun. You missed it. Yeah, we were playing around saying how fun it would be for me to be like a traveling artist in like a little trailer. It's like art camper and travel around. Be a traveling painter. Then I was like, oh, actually that does sound amazing. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. So I would basically start looking up ways where that could actually be a thing. I started doing some research to figure out how that could actually be a thing. You could do that and stream it. Yeah, psychic, I know, yeah. Yeah, it could be like a then it'd be like travel meets art. That would be fun. You guys would see me paint at like the Grand Canyon. That would be sweet. Exactly, like a mini house. Yeah, kind of. I was looking at campers. Like the campers from like the 70s. Or the buses. Or like the mini vans that have like the beds and stuff in them. I was thinking about that. Like the mini vans that have like the kitchenettes and stuff. That's what I was looking at the other day, and I was like, actually, that's quite affordable. I could afford that, honestly. I don't know for how long. You can totally see me having a VW bus. I would let some of you join me as well. For a while. I don't think I'd let you stay forever, but I would let you join for a few months or a few weeks or something. There's a trip you wanted to take. I would probably let you guys join. At least Miss Umbra, because Miss Umbra's a real life friend. I'd have to interview probably the rest of you. It would be really fun though. Hey Gingerbread, welcome in, dear. Blaze is like, dang it. Woo, road trip. Blaze is like, I already know I'm in, so no big deal. I like Blaze's confidence. I do like Blaze's confidence. Hey Gadius, welcome in, dear. I thought it would be super fun. Because we, well, if you were on Patreon, if you're a patron, you've gotten access to Paintbrush and me doing our hiking trail streams. So we could also do that as well. Like, if that was going to be the case, we could travel around to all the parks and do like a walking stream too. You guys can see the parks and trails of places. Also, as best as a camera can capture, it's not as good as the real thing, right? But yeah, Paintbrush is my boyfriend. Please. And Paintbrush had that nickname before I came along, so it was already kind of fitting. Hey Almat, welcome in. Hi dear, hi. That would be fun. And since I do all of my stuff online anyway, I guess it might be difficult depending on, like, I think parks don't always have good Wi-Fi connection, so that might be kind of tricky. But at the same time, I do feel it could be easy to do. His nickname sold me? No, his personality sold me. That's what it was. His personality. It was hilarious though to find out that his nickname was Paintbrush. Like his screen name. Paintbrush Samurai is technically what it is. So he has fun. Awful to date someone just for their name. I know, right? I'm glad to be a person who does not go about life in that manner, right? We're going to be pulling out quite a bit of color until we go back in. So, but that's okay. That's okay. I had to do this first. Do I have a nickname like Colored Pencil? No. No. If anything, it's Luna. It's Luna. That would be funny though. It would probably be a purple colored pencil, to tell you the truth. Probably be a purple one. I'm glad we can see the humor in it. I'm glad we can see the color, the humor in it. A purple one. Yeah, purple pencil. It even sounds like it goes together. Unknowingly. It even sounds like it automatically just goes together. So there you go. There you go. It's perfect. It's perfect already. Has been confirmed. I'm gonna be least realistic perspective because they're space aliens. They're space aliens. Wow, they're space dolphins, which could also be considered space aliens. So they really can. They don't follow logical laws, current technological laws. So it doesn't have to be a realistic perspective with them. So that's kind of what I'm reminding myself as I go back and do this. We're just gonna do a little bit more, and then I think we'll be at a good spot. And then I think once we get this progress finished, we will actually see this kind of finally take form. Because we've been messing with this dolphin spot for a minute. But it's because we were experimenting what we wanted to be accomplishing. Space dolphins that are swimming throughout the galaxy, kind of, yeah. That's kind of the theme. Absolutely. That's definitely part of the theme. Which could definitely be interesting. Hey guys, welcome in, dear. You're snuggled away. Enjoy your snuggles. I'm gonna let the cat out if she wants out. Hey, sweetie. Are you done? You wanna leave? Enamel paints? Hey, George. I like it. What is enamel paints? I'm trying to fix the camera, sorry. There we go. Caddy is. Here's a dolphin emote. Perfect. Yeah, yeah. Been playing Pokemon all day. Super tired. You needed relaxing vibes. Do you guys? Are you playing the the Pikachu game? Like, what's it called? Not Hey You Pikachu, but I don't remember what it's called. The newest one. The one that you can play on the Switch. Is that the one you're playing? I just want something easier to roll off the tongue. Oh, George, yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of annoying when people struggle to say your name, isn't it? Let's not lie. Let's not lie, guys. I think most of us get a little bit annoyed. Oh, you're playing the MMO on your laptop? I didn't even know there was an MMO of that game. Interesting. Nihilist? Andy? Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Oh yeah? You agree? I'd have the name Lady Lunastar since like 2012, because I was playing it. I was heavily into MMOs at that time, and that was actually the name of all of my characters. Some form of Lady Lunastar. So I had that name forever, and I kept using it on every other platform. And so it just seemed natural to pick Lady Lunastar for this one too. I think it works. I think it works. Oh really? The MMO is not endorsed by Nintendo. Okay. Interesting. I would not have known that. You were just about to ask. Yeah, I've had it since 2012. I was playing, This is probably gonna age me. I was playing Perfect World International, I think is what it was called. Perfect World? I know, the music is really nice. Kitty just went downstairs. She went downstairs. She'll probably be back. She probably wanted a snack. She probably just wanted a snack. You used to play MMOs a bit too much. I did too. I was very much addicted. I was very much addicted to MMOs. Like, highly. Wow, your oldest dirt itself. Thank you. A sponsor likely to be common or uncommon? Oh, you mean in your Pokemon game? I will answer messages after stream, guys. After stream. You still play MMOs, Rob? MMOs, they, the cat's back, by the way. Hi, sweetie. Do you want to come say hi to everybody? See if I can convince her to come up here. Oh, did you really? You became affiliate? That's awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hey, Jelly. Welcome in, dear. How are you? How are you feeling? Are you guys, have you guys been sleepy too? Oh, I just realized we had this little trip. That's right, though. We won't get upset about it. It'll just be part of the painting now. You just catching them all? Really? You just couldn't anymore? Aww. Aww. Of course. Of course. Yeah, I saw you stop streaming for a while. And then you came back. I've had a couple of streamer friends do that. Stop and then come back. I think it's normal. Honey! Here you go. You poor dear. You poor dear. Do you want to lay down? You want to lay down? I love you very much. I'm going to move the camera down so everyone can see you, okay? There you go, Rob. Cat cam action. Aw, Jelly. Thank you so much for your subscription, dear. That helps so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pokedex goes to 650-ish. How many, does anyone actually know how many Pokemon there are now? Like when I was playing, there was 150. So I can't even imagine how many more there are. Yeah, this is Lou. This is Lexi Lou. There is a newer Lexi Lou emote that I made. It shows her little face. Her cute little fuzzy face. I wish you could hear her purr. She purrs so hard. She does get jealous though when I paint. She's actually been very well behaved though recently, because I've been working on art more often, like more frequently than normal. Like I'm still working on art when I'm on stream, but I'm also working on art off stream now because I have that secret commission. So she's been more patient recently with my attention than she was before. You need healing vibes to who? To your dog? We can do that. Jelly? I haven't lit any incense yet today. So if that's what we want our incense to be for, we can say a little prayer for your dog. Do you want to share your dog's name for us? Because I feel like a name has a lot of power. We could really help out if we had their name. Molly. Okay, we can do that. You just looked it up and there's over, like, does that say 800? Wow, that's crazy. How long does it normally take to do painting? It depends. Like right now I'm just sitting here chatting and petting the cat. So that's not really painting. So it's kind of hard. I take lots of breaks. At least a couple weeks. At least a couple weeks. But that portrait I'm working on, it's a painted portrait. It's a commission piece that's a secret. I can't show anybody. Because it's a surprise for someone, and I don't want them to see that it's theirs. But that portrait has only taken me like probably 16 hours, but that's been very concentrated. That's been me hyper concentrated, not stopping to talk, not stopping to pet I pet her, I still pet her, but that's without me stopping. So like 16 hours and I'm halfway done, and that's me sitting like hyper focused. So way more with these type paintings. When I stop to have a chat, stop to pet the cat, stop to draw some cards. So yeah, definitely at least a couple weeks. Yeah, see, Dusty has a rune pool now, so yeah, we're gonna take another break. You missed having a cat, Dusty? Do you really? Well, let's light some incense here. My favorite incense is rose. So we'll light some rose incense for Molly. And then we will say a mini prayer, and then we will send also healing out for everybody else too, right? But we'll add Molly in there in specific. Yeah, Rob, incense. Did you like the incense that you got? I meant to ask you. I picked lots of relaxing scents, as well as protection. I put some protection incense in there too. do that. You're welcome, dear. Best wishes to Molly, yeah. Your dog doesn't like cats, Dusty. That happens. Rob loves you. Rob loves you. Alright. We like to light an incense to send lots of love and healing on all avenues to the world, as well as New York, as well as Molly. Everybody needs some healing right now. So if we can just focus on sending out as much healing as we can muster. That is something that we're asking for, is healing for those close to us, those within our vicinity, those within our local area, and those within our homes, and those within our hearts. So we ask for lots of healing for everybody. My cat almost got up too. She's like, I think I might get up, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. Of course, of course. She's got ear stitches. Sorry for the background noise. I'm sure you can probably hear a paintbrush a little bit. That's okay though. So we have 2 room pulls. I think Dusty. Let's do Dusty's room pull first. And then we'll do Blaze. No, he's not painting. He's playing a game. I think it's Call of Duty. I think he's playing Call of Duty, but I think he's playing Call of Duty with his friends from work. Like they all shared gamer tags together, and they're like all playing. I think is what they're doing, which I found really funny. I was like, he's playing with his boss and some of the higher ups and some of his techs, because he's the system administrator, junior system administrator. So he's kind of like the halfway point between management and techs, like IT techs, and then upper management. So I think they're all playing together basically, which is kind of fun. Yeah, he does games and he streams them too. Yeah, he streams it too. I don't know if I can probably do a shout out for him. He does. I auto host him when I'm not on. But he mostly does games, is what he does. I don't know if he's got me on the background though. Paint brush underscore samurai. I think I spelled that right. should work. The attic looks so cozy. It is cozy. It is cozy. We'll change our music and then we'll draw the runes. That was our Reiki CD from Morphman, given to us from Morphman, who also sent us that lovely, like, learning Reiki kit, which I thought was amazing. So, that's what we got from him. And then we'll do Mason's, that's funny. And we'll do Mason's, rune drawing. I might close the door to the game room. I'll be right back. I'm gonna close the door to the game room and then we'll do the runes. I don't think he realizes how loud he is. I think he's got that headset on. He doesn't notice. He just doesn't notice. I won't take the full 5 minutes. I'm literally just gonna take a step away and close the door. And then we'll be back. And then we'll do Dusty and Blaze's rooms. Should help. He's having a lot of fun. I can tell. I can tell. Alright. And we got our Irish music. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Dusty. Let's draw a room for you. I'm about to lay the verbal smackdown on Paintbrush. I didn't say anything, I just closed the door. I said nothing. I just went down there and closed the door. He didn't even know I went down there, probably. Alright, let's draw some runes. I'm going to draw the best rune from the bag for Dusty. This is an interesting one. It looks kind of like a bee. I can't remember what this one means. So we'll just look it up. I'm actually gonna move all my cards and stuff over because I'm having to move everything around to get to my rune book. Perfect. So I'm just gonna look this one up, see what we can find for it. Oh, here we go. Oh, interesting. So Dusty, this rune is about, this rune is the fertility rune. It talks about birth and is in relation to family as well. It often represents like motherly energy or children, like the bond between mother and children. Usually indicates an event which brings joy to the family, such as a birth or a wedding. Can represent your true home, and a wording or a verbiage or the phrase, home is where your heart is, as opposed to a physical location that you might be living in currently. So this does say it always has to do with a birth. It could be an actual birth of a child, or it could be the birth of new information or a creative idea. This does say go into matters that are in question at this time with care and awareness. This rune is always indicative of tangible results coming to you, and is a very helpful rune whenever you are contemplating starting a new project. So if you have a new project that you're starting, this rune is kind of saying, go ahead and go for it. It's generally always a fortunate outcome or a positive outcome, unless reversed, which we did not draw it reversed. Can also signify a new beginning, a new project, a new romance, which will bring much happiness. It's always generally a favorable outcome. This does go to say people who have wished to have children but seem to have had no luck. This rune signifies having a success in that eventually. So that's pretty, it's a pretty good rune to have, actually. I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of insight anyway. Yeah, that would be a question for the cards. The rune, I could get that kind of answer from cards. The runes are kind of just very broad energies. The runes are extremely broad energies. You'd have to get something really specific with more runes, but it is talking about a positive outcome with lots of happiness, so that's definitely something that you could take into consideration. I'm glad. Yeah, the cards I could nail really specific things. With the runes, it's just kind of a open general energy. So, Blaze is next. You're welcome, Dusty. You're welcome, dear. Please, didn't you already? It's because I'm not redeeming them straight away. Oh no, that was hype. Mark complete. Mark complete, mark complete. And then Blaze's rune will mark complete too. We'll do that one right now. Okay. Let me see. Our intention is to draw the best rune out of the bag for Blaze. Best rune out of the bag for Blaze. Ooh, this one is in reverse. Let's see what this one, I think this one is Fehu. Let me check though. Let me check. Because I always get this one confused with another one. So it might actually not be Fehu. No, it is Fehu. So this is the room. I drew it upside down. But it is Fehu. So this one talks about, oh, this one is in relation to cattle. So this has a lot to do with material gain, rune of fulfillment. I'm gonna see if there's a reverse section. Yes, there is. So this rune does carry just like kind of a warning, basically, is what this rune is talking about when it's reversed. It's not guaranteed that you're going to have a loss or disappointment. This is kind of saying if you continue on the venture that you're asking about in the same manner and with the same mindset that you currently have, you could see a loss or disappointment with it. It could say that this could be just a disappointing delay if we were to drop more runes. This does say kind of really pay attention to any projects that you have. Make sure that they're going to work out for you in the long run and are not just a quick fix. Because this does say that if you're working on a project and you have a mindset of get it done fast, it's likely not going to last as long as you kind of want it to, which could be something to be careful with as well. Lakonandra Mudre? Madre? Welcome in, hon. To the treehouse. I got Madre. Lakonandra Mudre? You'll have to let me know how close I was. Yeah, these runes are made of moonstone. This does say you may currently be experiencing considerable amount of frustration in your life at the moment. This does kind of say the main message of the rune could be that you just have a lot of problems taking away some of your financial energy as well as emotional energy at this time. In relation to romantic involvement, this indicates a possibility for arguments, and people may become suspicious. It does say if that's the case with romantic interest, unless runes are really negative around this, it's most likely just going to be temporary. This does say whenever this rune comes up reversed, be especially vigilant. Doubtful situations are everywhere and can and must not be taken to become entangled at this time in any details or relationships which could bring grief later on. So, I feel like there's a lot of chaos right now. And this rune is kind of just saying, be diligent in focusing on long-term prosperity for you instead of short-term. You're welcome, Blaze. You're welcome, dear. Yeah, it's hard to say. Unless I have your question, I don't know how to narrow down the runes with their message because they have so much in them. Just like a cautionary rune. You know what it means, do you? Is it something I don't want to repeat? It's kind of the energy I was getting. People try to be so clever. They always try, don't they? Hey, Robonin, welcome in, dear. I just saw you pop in. Hi, hi. I think we're actually gonna make progress on this painting now that I've kind of decided to let go of a really harsh perspective. I think we're gonna get much further along with it. Say that to your mom, she would slap you. I believe that 100%. That's alright though. It happens. That's okay though. Not a big deal. One for the team. Crosscut? Welcome to the treehouse, dear. That person is at least semi-clever. Most people don't even try to be that clever about it. I'm noticing parts of the dolphin that I wanted to be darker, so I'm just going back in here, and once we get the dolphins figured out, I can maneuver the galaxy scapes a lot better. I think I was just experimenting and still trying to decide what exactly I wanted to accomplish with the dolphin, which is why we've gone in here and done so many different things with it. Experimentation takes a while. A lot of trial and error when you just kind of want to see what happens. But we got this part done pretty quick. So I think once we finalize this, we'll be in a good spot to really start making some progress. I thought for a minute, when I was commissioned to do a portrait drawing, I was actually kind of really nervous because I hadn't done a portrait in like 5 years. I hadn't done a single portrait in like 5 years, and when I tried to do my art business like 5 years ago, it was for portrait work, so it was kind of like a test for me a little bit. because I had actually stopped doing art because I didn't like that, I didn't like how doing portrait work made me feel. So when they said we want you to do a portrait, I was like, okay. okay. I was open to it, but I told them, you know, hey, if it doesn't work out, you know, we'll have a talk. But they were pretty confident. They were confident, and I actually started doing it. And in the beginning, I was not enjoying it because I was stressed, you know, making sure I'd be like perfect. But time went on, and I actually ended up really liking it. So I showed them some updates on the piece, and they were really excited, and it was actually ended up being really nice to do a portrait piece, and it helped me realize kind of the perspective I had with doing it was really the whole problem. So it was nice to kind of take a step back from that. Hey, Annoying, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Hey, Eclipse, welcome in, dear. How are you? Wow, that long? Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, and I told him that too. It had been a while since I did a portrait. Yeah, it had been 5 years. But it actually turned out pretty awesome. And I kind of transformed it into a painting, which I had never done a painted portrait. So I was a little nervous about that too. But so far everything I've done for the first time has turned out well and worked out in my favor. Oddly enough. Are you finishing up work for the day, Eclipse? That's good. That's good, dear. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Trying to really get some dark going on in here. I need to sharpen this is what I need to do. I'm sitting here refusing to sharpen it when I have a pencil sharpener sitting here. Should just sharpen my pencil. That's what I should do. Instead of using the dull pencil. That's what we should do. Aw, it's okay if you're dozing off. That's what people do. That's why that's why I title it ASMR. Because a lot of people go to sleep. So don't feel bad. We're still sending healing energy while you sleep. You're listening. Stay safe, friends. Aw, I'm thankful for you, Jelly. Thank you so much, dear. Sweet dreams. Gonna make the color richer too when I start sharpening this down. The color's gonna lay darker. It's gonna be richer color. Welcome in, dear. Trying to see moonlight. Aww. Okay. Enjoy your lurk. I appreciate you popping in Fairlight. Waves of music is very fitting for the painting. Maybe you feel like a space dolphin. Space dolphin to me. Good job, Fairlight. Enjoy. I like the bagpipes in this song. I just like the bagpipes in general, but especially in this song. But anyway, I'm really excited to show progress on that portrait, because I've been quite impressed with where it's at currently. Pretty impressed. I don't know if I'm ready to do more portraits or not. I might have to take it easy, or take it slow. Take portraits slow, maybe. Not too many at one time, perhaps. It just has a different, you create a portrait in a way different way than you do, than I do paintings. So it was interesting to combine the two. I think we might be good. There we go. Yeah, that gave us a little bit of depth that we were kind of looking for. And we'll sharpen this pencil again. And then we'll go in and make them darker, a bit darker. And then we'll start putting in the more of the purple. So I put a little bit of purple up here, and here, and I had splotches of purple through here before, like in the water, but then that kind of disappeared when I tried to make some changes. We're just kind of going back to square one where we were before. So we should have just continued on the same flow that we started with instead of backtracked. Because I was at this spot originally, but then we backtracked and changed our mind and tried to make some changes, and now we're just back to it. trying to just soften up some of the lines a little bit. Some of the variations. Just a bit. Oh, really? This music is like being in your grandma's house? Aww. It kind of does feel like that. I'm glad you can take that feeling with you. Very comforting, very nostalgic. Definitely, definitely. You're gonna like this song too. This is a good one too. It's a good feeling. Yeah, I'm sure it is. At least no one was quite as... No one was on the same caliber of comfort as Grandma, right? At least my grandma. This CD quickly became one of my favorites. Before I really knew who Lemmy was. Before Lemmy rated, basically. I had been listening to this CD for a long time. And I think we were playing that CD while when he rated, if I remember correctly, we were playing this one. And everybody was just like loving it. And then after that then it seemed like all the music I kept running into was Celtic music. So, which I've always liked Celtic music, so I just kept grabbing it. Hey, Juan Frey, welcome to the treehouse, dear. You have no idea what you stumbled across. This is the treehouse. Welcome to the treehouse. I do painting. We just kind of have really chill music. You guys listen to me talk about lots of different things, basically, because most of you are asleep. Most of you are napping, or taking a snooze, or trying to take a snooze. So mostly you just listen to me talk, but I also do singing bowls and card readings, things like that. So we do a multitude of things, but it's generally always really relaxing. For the most part. Unless the cat goes crazy, which has happened. Yeah. We've been talking about we've been talking about how much fun it would be earlier. We were talking about how much fun it would be to be a traveling painter. That's what we were talking about earlier. We were making jokes kind of about how awesome that would be. And I spent a couple of days on the weekend looking up methods in which I could make that happen, so. Yeah, it was fun. I can tell you, as someone who was there at the time, it was very fun. Some of us woke up, some of us were wide awake then, and that was interesting. Surprising lack of ASMR cat. Of cat ASMR, like in general. I don't understand why. I've thought about getting a microphone so we could have some cat streams. Where like Lou is like sitting on my lap, because she sits on my lap when we paint. She's not up here now, but she generally does. I thought it would be nice to like listen to her every now and then. I know, I thought Eclipse, it would be cool if we had some people do that. You transcended sleep to join Twitch chat. There's lots of ascension going on right now. There's lots of transcending going on. I would not be surprised. Cat purring would be so relaxing. It is. It is. Could do some cat brushing ASMR. My cat would chat the whole time she was being brushed. She would purr and chat. She likes to talk. She loves to talk. She loves talking. You'd hear purr, 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 purr. And then she would go, meow. Hey, Ayoud. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Hi. Thank you so much for your follow. You've got to head off, XR. I understand, dear. Good night. Good night, dear. Thank you for joining when you can. How do I know when I'm finished with the painting? When it feels done. If I have a lot of nice contrast, good positive and negative space. Good composition. I'll basically mark that as being done at that point. It depends. It depends though. Sometimes I'll think a painting is done and then it'll sit for a while and then I'll get another spark of inspiration for it, so we'll end up grabbing it again. So it just depends. Your cat tries to eat the brush. Yeah, my cat does too. Hey, Tudu. Welcome to the treehouse. Hi. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say. This has gone through a transformation quite a few times. Woodcraft Aquarium? I don't think so. I don't think so. I wouldn't be concerned. Everybody works differently. Everybody works differently. Do you feel guilty that you do that? That would be my question. Does working in that fashion make you feel guilty? That's really the main question. If it does, then you can examine it. If it doesn't, there's really nothing to worry about, right? No guilt at all. I wouldn't worry then. I've come to think I'm just wired to negative emotions. You could be. You could be. A lot of us, we get comfortable, you know. It's familiar. You know what I mean? It's familiar. So then it just becomes comfortable. So that could be something to examine, maybe. Alfie Gaming? Hey, welcome to the treehouse. Hi, hi. You can understand that, John? Yeah, you'll revisit a track after weeks because it just feels like something needs added. Yeah, well, and it's kind of the same way with these. We just kind of go with the flow. I don't force things, really. We don't force things. Or when we do force things, we end up going back to the original way of doing it. As this painting is a prime example of. We've been at this stage in the painting before, but I randomly felt compelled to change it, and now we're coming right back to where we were. It's Celtic music. We're listening to Celtic music. Specifically Celtic flute. And there are some bagpipes in some of the songs. But this is Celtic flute. Quads. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Hey, Jantney Clips, welcome in, hon. Jay Anthony, how are you doing, dear? This one is called Celtic River. The CD that we're listening to is called Celtic River. Yeah, that's kind of how this one went on. We spent hours and we were like, no, it was fine the way it was originally, so now we're going back and, yeah. I'm a supporter, Alfie. I'm a supporter, dear. I'm a supporter of all humans and beings. Human beings. It's just over the river for you. You're from Scotland, really, Juan? There's a lot of Scottish people. We're on Limmy's stream team, so that's where a lot of Scottish people know us from. Is because Limmy, we're on Limmy's stream team. Limmy has been super supportive of my stream and thoroughly enjoys it, so he shares it on his team, which is pretty awesome, to tell you the truth. That's true, everyone's creative engine runs on different fuel. Yeah. And sometimes we're told, and I've done a mini vlog about this too on my YouTube. Sometimes we're told that our creative people are just sad. Like, that's just the way that it goes. Sometimes we're told that. At least I was. And I kind of... So when I kind of made some changes in my life, I realized, well, I'm happy now, so I don't need to do my art. Was kind of the thought process I had for that. So I do think it can be a mixture of things. Like, sometimes we feel like I'm happy, so I don't need to do my art. I don't really feel like being creative because I'm in a good place, you know? Like, I do think that's a mindset that some of us have, and I basically started this stream from a good place, and I continue to run it from every place in between. Good, bad, sad, upset, tired, extremely happy. I'm here regardless. I'm here regardless. So you guys see me no matter what, basically. You think it probably was thanks to me? Oh, you just got off work? You're ready to go to sleep, Anthony? That's okay. You can go to sleep, dear. Sweet dreams. Have a nice rest. I'll ring the bowls for you. Oh, that's why I was in your recommended channels. Could be. Could be. Yeah, you'll find a lot of people in the channel from there. I don't think I'll ever forget when I was first rated by Linny. It's quite an event. Yeah, artists are always meant to be depressed and sad. I feel like that's and poor is the second one. Poor is also the other thing. Like, starving artists. Like, oh, you should make me a piece of art for free. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things like that like, oh, you just like to do it as a hobby, you should just totally make me something. Yeah. Those are definitely things that follow us. A choosing beggar type thing. Sort of. A little bit. I think I know what you mean, yeah. I think that's slowly changing. I think there's becoming an appreciation for art again, but there are a lot of people also currently doing digital, lots and lots of digital art, and I think they do digital because you know, it has it's more accepted, because like a digital artist can do lots of different specific jobs, like is more marketable. And while I'm totally okay with that for other people, you know, if that's what they want to do, I mean, I've made my own assets, like electronic assets myself, so like all my emotes and things are made by me. So I know how to do digital art. I wouldn't say I'm like a pro, but I know how to do it. I just prefer to do the traditional thing. I can only think of one stream that we did that was digital, and that was near the beginning, and that stream was actually a hot mess. The sound was crazy because I had like this headset on that had an awful microphone. We had to listen to YouTube for like background music. I think the background music kept skipping for some reason, like the videos. It was a hot mess. You didn't mind the YouTube music, Miss Umbra? I didn't either. But I did notice that the YouTube, some of the YouTube music got muted a lot, and it's like an automatic copyright strike with YouTube. That, and I don't like listening to commercials. But yeah, the YouTube music was pretty nice, other than all of the things I just listed. Except for the, there was that weird music we listened to that one time. We were listening to, pretty out there music. I think it was Planetary, have you guys ever heard of the music that uses planetary, frequencies? I don't know what they call it technically, but it's like the vibration of the planet. They turn into like a music track. That's the kind of stuff we were listening to one day, and I was like, oh guys, they made one about the moon, which is the treehouse, and the Luna star, so I was like really excited. It's like, let's listen to the moon, and it was actually quite creepy. I could not listen to it. Do you guys remember that? It sounded really creepy. I don't even think we finished listening to it. I don't even remember what it sounded like. But yeah, that was Celtic River. All I remember was it was part of the meditation group of music, I think, that we picked out. I think people were like, yeah, this isn't exactly relaxing. Maybe we shouldn't listen to this. Hey, not your fan. Welcome in, dear. How are you? Do we want to listen to drums? Some of our drum rhythms. This is another one I really like. And then I think we'll listen to White Buffalo after that, because the White Buffalo CD is really nice too. Are you good? Aw, I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good. I was extremely tired. I've been extremely tired for the last 4 days. So I'm wondering if it's we had the full moon not too long ago, so I'm wondering if it's still got something to do with that. I don't know. But I'm feeling better now. I'm still tired, but not in the same way at all that it was earlier. No, I don't really have allergies, really. Although that you say that, I do need to get some more honey so I can prepare myself. No, just general tiredness, like fatigue. Like even, especially, I can feel it especially in like my shoulders. Like, it's an energetic fatigue as well as a physical fatigue. Specifically, I can feel it in the middle of my shoulders. Like I can feel the weight. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody gets it. Somebody gets what I'm talking about. I wondered that, not your fan, but the shoulder thing just started being today. And I don't have anything else going on. So I don't know. I mean, maybe. That, and I slouch a lot though when I'm painting. I've been doing a lot of painting off stream, so I've been painting a lot the last few days because I have that secret project. And I lean over a lot. Like I'm actually slouched quite a bit. That might have something to do with it. Aw, okay, Juan. Thank you so much, dear. A foam roller? What do the foam rollers do? I can't really move my chair closer either, because I don't have a whole lot of space. Back to Trucking Simulator. I'll give you some rings for your lurk. It's to help stretch your back out. Oh. Nice. Can I stretch it like this way though? I guess I could probably just do some stretches myself. Like pull my arms back and arch my back the other way. So like push my chest forward. That could probably help. I should just get back into Qigong. Is really what I should do. I should get back into doing some Qigong. Oh, that already made my shoulders feel better. Once I foam roll, I'll never go back. Maybe. I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted. Were you a non-foam roller believer? Is that what you're trying to tell me, not your fan? That you were one who did not believe in the power of a foam roller. However, life helped you realize your fault in that. Aw, Eclipse, you're welcome, dear. Good night, hon. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much. Make dinner. Enjoy your dinner. We went to the store today, again. I think this trip to the store was the most I ever spent because I noticed this. I used to buy things only when they were on sale. I used to buy things at the store only when they were on deep clearance or on sale. Like, that's it. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. had to go to the store today and I realized that literally almost nothing was on sale. And I was like, well, of course not. Everyone's like buying up everything. So it was the most I ever spent at the grocery store. It still wasn't that much though. So how's your streams been lately? They've been really good. Not your fan. Chickpea burgers. Oh, I love chickpeas. I love chickpeas. I love chickpeas. I also love lentils. I also love lentils. If you've been in the stream before, you've heard me talk about my love. My very dear love for lentils. I'm just like your boyfriend. Only buy stuff when it's on sale. Yeah. But the thing is, when it's on sale, I'll buy a bunch of extra. So I won't need more for a few weeks, which is about the time that it starts being on sale again. Yeah, that's at Kroger, yeah. Let me know how your chickpea burgers go. I'd be very interested to know. I've made black bean ones before. I say I've made. Really, my boyfriend made them and I was his assistant. I am not, if it was a competition between who's a better cook, me or my boyfriend would win. My boyfriend would win. He would just win. He's much better at it than me. You can't find your usual stuff. Yeah. Well, we usually eat. We're in a small town. Paintbrush and I, we live in a small town. And most people, like, it's not common for people to be like plant-based or vegetarian here. So a lot of our food was not touched. So we still have a lot of our food options. I think the one thing we wanted that we couldn't get was I think organic onions, and that's because all of the onions were gone. I think that was the one thing we couldn't get, so I think I got leek. I think I bought leek instead. Yeah, coupons are slim too. Yeah, they are. Yeah, we picked up, I bought seeds on Amazon because I wanted to do a garden last year, but last year I did flowers in the yard. Paintbrush is definitely the chef, yeah. Yeah, Paintbrush is definitely the chef. You remembered his cooking stream about how to boil an egg once? Yeah, he did that. He did do a stream about how to boil an egg. It was a joke, but it was really funny. He used to tell me when he was a kid he wanted to be a TV chef. Like when he would play outside, he'd pretend that he was a TV chef, like teaching you how to like cook food when he was a little kid, which I thought was adorable. He teaches me how to cook too. My struggle is I'm a rushed cook. I don't let things, I rush my cooking, and because I do that, the flavors don't have time to settle, and I'm not very good at seasoning, so. Dusty, everything but fresh produce is gone. Yeah. Yeah. That happens. That happens. You've never used leeks? They're very much they're in the onion family, so they taste like onion. Hey Yarvark, welcome to the treehouse, dear. They're good. I've used leeks before, quite a few times. If we don't have organic onion, I buy organic leek because the leek is very similar. Very similar. Like that's not just a pandemic thing. That's like an everyday thing that I'll switch out. Is using some leeks. Plus the leeks last longer. You'd watch his cooking show. Yeah. You don't have hands. What about feet? How about an eyebrow? That's really the cake winner. It's the raised eyebrow. On multiple levels. Or raised nose flares. It's just wiggling my nose. I really don't know how to open my nostrils and close them. Aww. That's a shame. That's a shame. I was playing along. Thanks. I appreciate that, moderator. No big deal. No big deal. I can raise my eyebrow though. I saw that coming. That's why I said raise the eyebrow. People are very bored right now. They're very bored. I said that. I was waiting for people to post the crystal ball emote. After I said that, was when I was waiting for people to start posting it. The crystal ball emote. You wish you were bored. You wish you had enough time to just become bored. Through boredom, you can really kind of grow through boredom. It depends. Sometimes you can be so bored that you do the same thing over and over and over again, and you don't really like leave that type of cycle. But also boredom can bring you into a new perspective as well. Like you get bored with the same old, so you try something totally different, which you wouldn't normally do if you were not bored, right? Exactly, not your fan. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. Those emotes. You don't even have time to do everything that you want to be doing. Yeah, you're working from home, aren't you? Not your fan? Don't you get that opportunity? I think you do. If I remember correctly, I think that you do. Maybe it is allergies, not your fan, because my nose is very itchy. So maybe it is allergies. I'm noticing I'm itching my nose, like the tip of my nose, which is usually the first sign. just eat some local honey and I'm good. Which I already purchased like a few months ago. Oh, you work at a store. Oh. When did that happen? How did I miss that? Or maybe I just totally misunderstood what you do at your job. Maybe that was it. I thought you were working from home for some reason. Like I thought you were working for a company at home. Oh, really? And they're separate days? Oh, that's a shame. I used to work retail. And that was, yeah, that was difficult. Retail workers, they deal with a lot of stuff. I can't even imagine being a retail worker right now. It was hard, like, when I was doing it, and I did it for like 12 plus years. I did retail for 12 plus years. Then I worked in the medical field for probably 4 years, and then I moved to the fiscal intermediary job, and I did that one for 3 or 4 years. I guess that might not actually be inaccurate. Did I say 4 and 4 is 8, and then 12 is 20, and I'm 32. I'm over a little bit. Take away a couple years. But yeah, retail workers deal with being overworked, sometimes even being underworked. They deal with poor wages. They deal with people looking down on them. Honestly, to tell you the truth, people looking down on them. And they have managers, and it's not just the managers, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes you have a really awesome manager, but for the most part, the company does not really care if you are a happy employee. They just want to make sure that you're there to get a job done. And everyone makes jokes about memes where bosses are like, you're still coming into work, right? Like, that's kind of the energy I'm talking about. I never once had a retail manager who didn't ask me 1,500 times if I was sure I was too sick to come in or not. Like, and I never called off, ever. And I would still, every time I did call off, I'd get a hard time. And it's just like, I never call off, dude. Like, I'm telling you right now, I am ill. Yeah, retail's hard. But parts of it are easy too. But I don't think you could pay me enough money in the world to go back to a retail job. That's just how I feel. But I've already been on that horse. Kind of. Your sympathies are with the healthcare workers. Yeah. You've had a job like that before, Miss Umbra. Yeah. You work for the online department, but you're like a personal online shopper. Oh, okay. That's why I felt like it had something to do with online. Paintbrush. Hey Ghoulie, welcome in, dear. Oh yeah, yeah. He's off of quarantine. Well, I'm glad he's off of quarantine. Will they let you switch households for the kids? I'm not sure what the rules, I don't have children, so I'm not sure what the rules are for that. And I mean, if you don't want to share, you totally don't have to. I'm just curious. I'm a naturally curious person. Hey, Ghoulie dear. Welcome in, hon. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've been just chatting, mostly. We're kind of getting the painting back to where it was originally. It looks very, very close to how it was in the beginning. Before we changed our mind. You got some extra time to get some fresh air. That's nice. That's nice. I could use more fresh air. I'm looking forward to us getting some new windows in the house. You guys can still hear him. Because we haven't been able to open our windows, like, at all. Which means I don't get fresh breezes, which is kind of sad. Honestly, I'd really like to have the ability to open my windows so I can get some nice air and breezes. How much better would the treehouse feel if I could open that window and let in a nice breeze? Especially if there was like a thunderstorm, like a nice quiet thunderstorm, and I open the windows so we could hear it, because this mic picks up everything in the room. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, I can understand. Has to be followed, right? As if it was just normal circumstances. Yeah, I could understand the babysitter. Being a child care provider would also be difficult at this time. Paintbrush's mom does childcare. She runs a daycare. She had to close her daycare, actually. Because she's the age range of being, she's not only the age range, but she also has medical conditions that put her as a high risk. So she had to close it. But there were other people in the area who were able to make up for that. She felt bad, but I mean, you know, high risk is high risk. So, much rather be closed for a minute, you know, than not being able to have an opportunity to go back to it. Did you fall asleep, Danger? We lit an incense for healing, so that might be why you feel much better. We lit an incense for healing on multiple levels. Oh, since you don't have anyone else to watch, your hands are tied. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not permanent. It's temporary. It's temporary. It's just for now. Yeah, that would be difficult, having limited visitation time. Yeah, it was weird to see my grandma at the store today. I talked to her quite a few times during the week, like through text message, and sometimes I call her. But it felt weird to like actually see her. It was like, oh, because I haven't actually seen anybody for like a while. But they're doing good too. Who knows when it will end? Everything passes. Life is the only constant in life is change, so things are always going to be changing. Nothing ever stays the same. I'm just trying to make the most of the time that I can. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Drinking hot water? Like tea? Or some people might push it and say like coffee, because coffee is hot water with coffee beans. I'm just being silly. Yeah, something's definitely going to change when this passes. Yeah, we just have to focus on what we want, right? We've kind of experienced a little bit of what we don't want. We just need to be really vocal about what it is that we do want. Dusty says hot cocoa. See, yeah. Hot water with cocoa. Chocolate. Yeah, warm liquids move. Yeah, exactly. I'm not surprised. My favorite beverage when I don't feel good is mint tea or ginger tea. I really like both of those. Peace. I think we all want that. Not your fan. I think we do. I think we all want that. I do. You know what you want, you think? Deadire. Yeah. pink lemonade works the best. Oh, lemons are really good. So like my ginger tea has lemon in it. Lemons are very alkaline. They're also, well, are they the alkaline acidic fruit? I think they are. I think lemons and limes are the fruit that is actually alkaline, that has like a citrus, because citrus usually it falls under the acid category. But I think the lemons and limes are actually alkaline, if I remember correctly. So actually, alkaline foods help prevent mucus production. Which I have a whole list of that saved. All the alkaline foods. Which is what I've been picking up at the store. Although drinking coffee is not helping that. Hi, sweetie. Welcome back. Do you want to come up here? The cat is gonna come say hello. The kitty. She's gonna come say hi really quick. You want to come up here? You want to come lay on my lap? She's thinking about it. Hey, Madeline, welcome in, dear. She's thinking about it. Hi, sweetheart. Aw, thank you so much for that headbutt. Thank you so much. You've been a good girl. Yeah. I love you very much. Thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me. Yeah. Ginger tea is so good. It really is. Lemon? Really? Interesting. You're gonna be right back, not your fan. Okay, dear. How are you doing, Madeline? How are you feeling? How are things going? Hi, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. She's very happy right now. I can see the alcohol working though. Isn't that half of a hot toddy? I could not tell you. I'm gonna have to trust Miss Umber's judgment on this because I would not know. Do you hear her? Are you purring as loud as you can? Are you purring as loud as you can? So we can hear how happy you are. Are you? Well, now the CD is skipping. Haha, we used a paintbrush to help us. We did. I know you like paintbrushes. She likes to chew on my paintbrushes. You like to chew on stuff. You're like a little dog. You're like a little puppy. You like to chew on stuff. Mostly paintbrushes and pencils. Things that are in my hand. Right? When I journal, I like to bite on my pencil. When I'm painting, you like to try and go for the paintbrushes. Also likes to chew on cardboard, but she spits it out. She just chews on it just long enough to make a mess without actually eating it. Marcus Music. Welcome back, dear. How are you? We have a different kind of painting in front of us right now. It's 2 a.m. Aw, you poor dear. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming during the daytime for you. It won't be 2 a.m. It'll be earlier in the day. Later in the evening. Was that Sultan? Hey Sultan, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Hi, honey. Can you see her? Hey, Kate. Hi, welcome back, dear. Aww. Thank you so much, Kate, for your subscription, dear. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you. 5-month streak, wow. Kate, it feels like you've been here much longer than 5 months. I have to admit, it feels like you've been here from the beginning. I thought so. Oh, it's good because you have insomnia. Okay. Okay, Marcus. That's good to know. It's good to know. You took a sub break once. Oh, okay. I thought you had been here from the beginning. It's like it just doesn't seem accurate. My brain and my heart is telling me Kate's been here way longer than that. Way longer than that. Do you remember? I want to know who remembers when we were painting in the living room. Who remembers painting in the living room? That's what I want to know. Bye, sweetie. When we painted in the living room by the fireplace. Oh, or even before then, when we were painting in the computer room. Those were the days. Those were the days. I'd have like really calming music. I didn't do that for very long. I think I only painted in the computer room for a couple streams because it was a hot mess. I'd be playing calming music like through YouTube into the stream, and Paintbrush would be playing a game right next to me, so you could hear him, his game, me talking, and him kind of verbalizing what he was doing in the game. It was all at one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a hot mess. We cannot do it this way. And that was when the camera was like over my shoulder, so you couldn't see me at all. It was just, you saw the back of my head and like my shoulder while painting. I think I only did that for like a handful of streams, and then I was like, this is not working at all. So we went to the living room shortly after that. Do I call my boyfriend Paintbrush? I do on stream. I don't really, outside of stream. Sometimes I call him by his real name on stream, though. Sometimes. I started calling him by his handle name because I didn't know how he felt about people. At first, I didn't know how he would feel about people maybe knowing his real name. So I kept it to Paintbrush. And I just never really switched it back, even though he doesn't really mind. It's kind of cute to call him Paintbrush too, because I'm a painter. I'm sorry, Metalunar, I did not catch what you said. It's the bot's kind of rude to you sometimes, isn't it? I wonder if you had a word that started with 3 letters that begin with assignment or assistance. Assume, yes, that's the word. Why is the bot so rude? I'm pretty sure we've put the word assume on a approved list. I've gone through that list so many times and put every word I can think of that starts with ASS. He does. He has painted, yeah. He doesn't paint. The Irish just gonna try it. It's just gonna test the bot. Yeah, I think that's what it's doing. We've put that word on the approved list. I've also put lots of words on the approved list, but I don't think the bot really cares. So I'm not sure. It's weird. It's weird. You had to check, I figured. It's okay. He has painted, when he's painted, he's done acrylics. It doesn't like, yeah. The bot is basically saying we shouldn't assume things. Anyway, when Paintbrush, my boyfriend Paintbrush has painted, he's done things kind of like acrylics. He's done acrylic paintings. And they're very similar to kind of a Bob Ross feel. If you haven't seen, by the way, that reminds me, subscribers, I have our Bob Ross. I sent you guys an email, but if you're a new subscriber, our Bob Ross painting stream, where we speed paint with Bob Ross, is going to be this Friday. I think I put 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys will watch me speed paint with Bob, which was quite fun last time, and it was quite funny last time as well. We kind of sassed Bob a little bit. But this was our speed painting. I did not pause or stop. We kept pace. We kept pace with Bob. This is the kind of stuff that, this isn't Paintbrush's painting, this is my painting. But this is what I had painted last time with our first attempt with oils, which we had never done before. So I never did oils before. I never did a speed painting before. I never did a speed painting with Bob before. And I found out that what I thought was paint thinner was not paint thinner. So I also didn't have any paint thinner, which was very tricky. So yes, we painted real time. No pausing, no stopping, no nothing. So this was all real time with him. It was part of the challenge, was to paint at pace with Bob. So honestly, the whole technique was very hard. But I think it was hard because I didn't have any paint thinner, and his techniques are very focused on paint thinner, like using paint thinner, and I didn't have any. So it was very hard. I'm anticipating, but I did like it. I had a lot of fun, which is why we're doing another one. And subscribers, you guys get access to the archived ones too, so you guys get to watch the old ones as well. But we're gonna be doing that on Friday, so it'll be a bonus stream this week, but it will be for subscribers. And we should be doing, my goal is to be better each time we do it, because it's like a practice run basically. The first one was a practice run, and now our game should be upped. Like, we should accomplish more next time. But I picked a really hard one. I picked one that had 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Metalunar, 1 p.m. I'll send another email reminder on that day. I'll try to send another email reminder so you guys can benefit from it. But if you can't be there, I archive them so you guys can watch them later. Like, I archive them outside of Twitch too, so it's like, even if the 2 weeks go by, they're still all saved, so you guys can still access those through Discord forever. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I tried to pick one that had a mountain, trees, and water. I tried to pick one that had lots of different features to it, which I think worked out well, because I got to see how a lot of those things worked. But the first thing Bob said when the video started was, hey, this is going to be a really hard painting. You should probably watch the video all the way through to know what to expect. At least once. Watch the video all the way through once. And I was like, yeah, Bob, we didn't do that. So I pretty much went in completely blind, and I think that made it more fun. And that's the end of that CD. We still have another one we can put in. I'm not sure. What else are we feeling like we might want to listen to? Oh, White Buffalo. The White Buffalo CD. We should listen to that one. Totally listen to that one. Yeah, this is the one with Robert Tree Cody. I always thought that was a fun name. Robert Tree Cody. Kind of a fun name. Let's see what we can get across here. That was the Rhythms of Wind CD. Bye, Furch. Welcome to the treehouse, hon. Glad to have you. We're gonna listen to Native American flutes now. This is the White Buffalo CD, which is Robert Tree Cody and Rob Wallace and Will Clickman. Will Clickman. This one is a really nice one. Hello, welcome in. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more shading with our dolphin. And then I think we'll be good to start laying in some purple. But I'm kind of putting down a watered down layer because I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want it to be too dark. Might have to turn this up though. It might be a little too quiet. I used to listen to native flutes every night before bed, so they're kind of extra comforting for me. I don't speak Spanish, no, just English. So sorry. So sorry. I don't know any Spanish. I know a bit of German, but I know a little bit of Japanese. No Spanish. Hey, Wet, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Let's try and I'm gonna make some of these a little bit darker. Okay, Kate. Yeah, have a good night, dear. Sweet dreams. I'll send you off with some chimes. With some chimes. Sweet dreams, honey. Good night. I draw very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. This is going to be an interesting painting, that's for sure. Interesting. This is going to be our darkest line. This like blackish gray color. It's going to be our darkest line to what we're putting down. Just trying to get some variation of value within our shape. That's what we're trying to do. Variation of value, which is very helpful. It doesn't have to be too different though. It can be a soft variation. Especially for like the dark undersides of some of these. Like I feel like the darkest shadow is gonna need to be this color. that we're gonna take our time doing. Plus, it's gonna add a nice edge. Especially like under like the arm or fin. You need to put some there too. Just to be able to tell the difference between one shape and the other, because some of this is getting lost just a tiny bit. So that little change can go a long way. One change can go a long way. I think we have just a little bit more to make some differences for here. Hey Rainbow, welcome in dear. How are you today? Thank you so much for your subscription, dear. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much. This song is much quieter, so we'll turn it up just a tiny bit. I don't think that's too loud. Some of the songs get really quiet, and some of them get quite loud. Seems normal for a CD, I guess, CD player. Never quite know what you're gonna get volume-wise. I'm kind of really excited to finalize some things with this painting now and make forward progress. We've been back and forth with this one for a minute. Shaw? Shao, the skeptic. Welcome to the treehouse. You just ate dinner? You missed the kitty. She's still up here. She's still up here. She's just not in our lap at the moment. I don't know if she's gonna come back. She's very cozy on the rug right now. My little mandala rug. She's very cozy. It's like her second favorite place to sleep. She does like her cat bed, but she also likes laying on the rug a lot. It's her favorite. Hmm. Aw, hey Tappin' That. Welcome back, dear. How are you? I just noticed we were 33 minutes and 33 seconds in the stream with 33 viewers and 33,300 views. Literally, I looked up and everything said 333. Right when you hit subscribe, Tappin' That. Thank you so much. And you subscribed for 3 months. That's a lot of threes. Are you doing good, Tappin' That, dear? I appreciate all your support. Three is the magic number. Yeah, clearly. It was song 3 on the, I kid you not, there's song 3 on the CD player right now. Because I thought about turning it up. Anywhere else we want to see a 3? Now it's song 4. What are you working on, Tappin' That? That's what I want to know, dear. You got some positive, way positive numbers around you right now. Have I followed you yet? I was just thinking about this the other day. I've been meaning to check to see if I follow you already. Don't you stream? You stream. Oh, look at that. I'm the 50th follower. Congratulations, I'm your 50th follower. I'll go check you out. I've been meaning to check you out. I just never do it. Like, I always forget to like click on stream, and then by the time stream's over I just forget again. Fill out that affiliate paperwork, my friend. 333, fill out that affiliate paperwork, my friend. Was Blaze did a rune? We could do another rune for you, Blaze. Do you have an average of 3 people already? Because that's the other thing that you need, Tappin' That. I saw you do some games. Goal is to draw the best rune for Blaze out of the bag. To assist them, Blaze, are you asking for clarification for your other rune? I'm wondering. Anyway, we'll draw one for the bag. One rune for the bag for Blaze. Ooh. You just need to maintain it for 30 days. Okay, yeah. Cool. Congratulations. I'm so glad I can help you do that. I saw that and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be the 50th one. That's awesome. Let's see what this one is. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. I feel very, I don't know if this has anything to do with you or not, Blaze, but I'm just gonna share this. I kind of felt like a childlike silliness when I was drawing the rune. Like a playfulness was what I was picking up on. Like I even just wanted to like sing song your name. Blaze, 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 Blaze. So I find that interesting. So if we want to, this rune is called Pedro. I don't know if it has a reverse. There's no reverse for this rune. There's no reverse for this rune, which is good. But this is the rune. It's the rune of mystery. The rune of esoteric skills as well. It's basically the mystery rune, both in a magical sense as well as a literal sense. It deals with things that are hidden, secrets, and occult abilities, or you could say metaphysical abilities, or like spiritual abilities. I'm kind of going back to almost with, for some strange reason, I want to combine all of your readings together. For some strange reason. I don't know why, but I feel like I do. So you had the card reading about getting in touch with a guide. And then we had the rune saying that it was basically the intuition rune, but it was talking about not trusting the intuition and there being lots of things to be careful of with not trusting the intuition or misreading it. And then this is the rune of mystery and kind of esoteric or metaphysical skills, and I would count intuition to be one of those. So I feel like all of this kind of has some work together. So this does usually indicate something that has been remained hidden, which is about to come to light for you. So a secret kind of being disclosed. When a secret does come to light, this usually has to do with something positive, such as a new opportunity or a retrieval of an old object thought to be lost for good. And I don't know why, but for some strange reason I'm thinking like revival of an old object, the guide being from childhood and reconnecting is kind of how that's coming in. This rune can also refer to the disclosure of a secret, which you may have been trying hard to keep for yourself. This could also be a rune of unexpected gains and surprises, often tied to like an unexpected amount of money. But I think since I'm tying it to the other readings, I feel like maybe this isn't on a monetary level. This is more like on a spiritual level or heart level. Oh, this does have a, where's my chart? Let me grab my chart really quick. trying to see if this room was actually reversed. It was. Oh, it wasn't really reversed, it was just flipped. It was just flipped. So I feel like there's gonna be some delays with whatever it is you're working towards right now. So don't be too pressed forward on getting a direct correlation to what you're putting out, basically. So if you're trying to make that connection, I'm kind of getting the feeling of it's going to take some work. So like you're not going to get something the first time you try. There's like a delay sense here, or like even though you put a ton of effort into it, like it's not necessarily going to come tenfold, because this is a process kind of thing. This does say if you have any skeletons in your closet, this rune usually talks about them being uncovered. So be very cautious at this time. I feel like basically this rune is having pretty much the same energy as the other one. There's lots of delays. It's lots of like, don't take too many actions right now because your intuition is not being read accurately. And a lot of this is kind of saying the same thing, like be careful with what you're gonna put energy into right now, because things are not gonna work how you anticipate. This can say be really careful of unwise experimentation with occult forces. This does say sometimes you can get way more than you had expected, and it becomes you become unable to handle it, basically. So make sure you're familiar with your practices and operations, and more importantly, understand your reasons and intentions for performing them. So those were carrying a very similar energy, just a little bit more direct on the like spiritual side of things. Hey Impulse, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Does that help? Please? That might help. It's kind of maybe disheartening a little bit, but sometimes we need to know before we get too far, right? We'll mark that one as done. We'll mark that one as done. Here we go. This is what I want. Perfect. Oh yeah, I was doing darker grays. Actually, it's almost time for us to, it's actually time for us to wrap up. We've been streaming for a minute today, and tomorrow is our daytime stream. So we'll be streaming during the daytime hours, where I think we're gonna get a lot accomplished tomorrow, because we're already at a good spot with some of our paintings. We might actually finalize at least one painting tomorrow, which will be nice for us. And then that also will mean that we have time to dedicate to some new paintings, which who knows what those will be. So it is time for us to wrap up for the evening. We'll find somebody to raid. We do just have a couple more minutes, but it usually takes me a minute to find somebody to raid, so especially since the the raid options on the desktop, they're kind of minimized. Like, they don't give you a whole lot of options. So let's see who's on. We'll pause this part. Do we want... We can do Steve. Steve's doing music, which would be very relaxing, I think, for most of us. Otherwise, I'm gonna look at our ASMR options and see who we have. Which I might not pick anybody because I don't like ear eating. And it looks like all the live people are maybe doing ear eating, which is weird to me. I don't want to send you guys over there. Oh, that's a rerun. I was gonna say there's somebody here who's got a nice atmosphere and didn't have ear eating in their list, but I think I might do Steve. I think this is telling me we should do Steve. Yeah, let's do Steve. So if you haven't listened to Steve Werner before, he's really awesome. He does it's like turtle drum or pan drum music, and it's really calming, and it just sounds amazing. And I think he would appreciate the raid. It's very chill, very relaxed. And he comes by and watches our stream a lot too, and says hi, sweetie. So I think he would appreciate the raid as well. So that's probably where we're gonna go tonight. Blue also is saying good night, guys. She just hopped in our lap. I appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you so much for coming by this evening. Thank you, moderators, for assisting. Thank you, new follows. Thank you, subscribers, for keeping the channel going. Literally. And we will catch you next time tomorrow. And the speed painting with Bob Ross is going to be Friday. I do appreciate you all very, very much. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful evening and sweet dreams. Share the heart emotes when you get over there with Steve. He's going to appreciate it. Icona said, hey, welcome to the treehouse. I'm so sorry you popped in during raid, but I'm sending you somewhere with nice music. Nice pan drum. He makes his own meditation music, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I appreciate you guys. Good night and sweet dreams. Bye-bye.